Welcome back to
Podcast
Almost
Every Day. Today, me and my grandma will be talking about, my grandma will be talking about things to cook, and I'll be talking about things to do while bored. So, Grandma, do you want to get us started today?
Right. One of our favorite foods, as you'll notice in our background that we like to cook, are hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries, tacos, eggs, chicken, turkey, and meats such as bacon. We're going to be talking about some other favorite recipes or thoughts on what's popular in 2020 on cooking.
And she's going to be doing healthy. But while my grandma will figure out what she's going to talk about for her healthy foods, I'm going to talk about what to do while you're bored. Number 1 is to tie-dye shirts. And speaking of that, last night, me and my grandma tie-dyed some shirts. And they turned out pretty good, but they are drying at the moment, so we can't show them yet. Another thing is color in a coloring book. It helps you relax, and coloring isn't just for toddlers anymore. So you can get an adult book if you want a challenge. And Grandma, what are some healthy foods?
Oh, well, let's talk about some of the healthy foods for breakfast. You should start your day off right, and one of the first healthy foods we recommend is oatmeal.
So we're just telling you guys things to cook. If you guys have never cooked them, these are just some ideas for you guys to cook.
Right.
And Grandma's going to tell you guys why you guys should cook oatmeal.
Okay. Oatmeal is healthy. It's got fiber. You can also add some other items to it like almonds, sunflower seeds, coconut, chia seeds, anything to make it more healthy. It's very filling, and because it's oats, it brings in the fiber. It keeps you full most of the day, and it is a popular, delicious breakfast food.
Right here at number 3 says, turn your latest family photos into a scrapbook. That sounds pretty interesting. And also, number 4, make your own movie. Me and my grandma used to do that when I was a little bit younger.
Hi. Another healthy food, breakfast food, is pancakes. And you can always add special ingredients to them. Also, they recommend you put something like almond butter or cashew butter rather than just this plain everyday butter that we use. It brings a lot of protein, it keeps you full, and you can put fruit on top.
Wow, that sounds really good, Grandma. You and me should try that sometime. And this one says, create slime. Me and my grandma tried slime before, and let me tell you, we had some good days with slime, and we had some terrible days. You can say that twice, right, Grandma?
That's true, absolutely.
And they say read a book, keep your knowledge up, read a book. It's always fun and entertaining, but sometimes it can get a little bit boring, but, you know, it passes the time.
One other item that they're trending for breakfast now are burgers. We usually don't think of burgers for breakfast, but they bring a lot of protein, and you can top them with an egg.
And why should we cook them?
Well, you can make veggie burgers too. That brings a lot of healthy food in, and it's a satisfying meal. Why should we cook it? Yes, please tell us why. Because they're tasty, filling, and breakfast is a very important meal.
Number 7, go on a walk. Everyone likes to walk. Me and my grandma walk sometimes. And also, bake something sweet. And I don't think it was last episode. I think it was the episode before. We were actually talking about foods. If you have not seen that, go check that out. And we talk about all sorts of things. But this episode is things that you guys should cook.
Another surprising thing that we don't think of for breakfast are sheet pan meals, where you add sausage, you add vegetables, you roast them, you put them in one big pan, and you can have them for breakfast or brunch. This is becoming very popular as a morning meal.
Wow. This one says, complete a jigsaw puzzle. That's pretty cool. I like puzzles. They're interesting, and sometimes they can get a little bit boring, but to me it just depends on what the puzzle is. Play an instrument. Get that dusty old instrument out and go and play that instrument, because that, you know, it's just something fun.
Also, people on the run often have smoothies for breakfast. One new popular smoothie going around is called the pumpkin pie smoothie. And you can use canned pumpkin, and because it's loaded with vitamins and fiber, and it's also healthy and delicious.
Now that sounds good. Everyone has to love a pumpkin pie. And it says, learn a new language. Learning new languages are always so much fun, especially I'm actually going into middle school. Well, I'm in middle school. I'm going into 7th grade, and in 6th grade we actually were learning some languages, and like there's German and Spanish, and that's a lot of fun. And also it says start journaling. You know, it's just fun. You can journal about what's happening in life and fun things.
One good item that always sometimes gets a bad rap are burritos. But there's breakfast burritos, and you can make them with sausage, eggs, and you can use whole wheat tortillas. Everything's filling and healthy, and once again, very satisfying.
And how about you guys pick up a new hobby? Knitting, soccer, basketball, drawing, art, whatever you want. Just pick up a new hobby, and that's something fun to do. Or maybe play an old game from your childhood. Maybe you used to play Monopoly and you don't play Monopoly anymore. Then maybe try to get back into the zone with Monopoly.
Oh, I like Monopoly.
Yeah, we both love playing it.
Oh, yes, we do that often. Another 10-minute meal can be a baked egg. You can put it in a cup, and you can have spinach and other veggies packed around the egg, so you get your protein and your vegetables.
Yeah. This one says, organize your house. Now, a lot of people do not seem to like that. They just don't really care. But it gives you something to do, passes the time. So go organize your house if you're bored, or maybe make mixed playlists. Like on your phone, like some music. Music you've never tried before, maybe try the music. You might even like it. You don't even know.
Also, one of the best and easiest breakfasts are fruit-based. You can just have a bowl and put some blueberries, some strawberries, some nuts in there. This will be a healthy breakfast, with your fruit and your proteins.
And how about you make a perfect and an old family recipe? Like maybe you could ask your mom or your dad, what's an old recipe that our family used to make and we don't make it anymore? And maybe you could get the recipe and make it for your family. Or maybe learn a tabletop role-playing game. Back in the day, games like Dungeons and Dragons may have been only for nerds, but it turns out it's a great way to kill some time.
And then we have the bagel. Bagel's very popular for breakfast, but many people are starting to add avocado on them and some seasoning rather than the traditional cream cheese.
Especially in, California, they're starting to make avocado toast.
Wow,
we don't really
that's
have that
popular.
Here. And create your own signature cocktail if you are older than 21, or, if you have a legal drinking age wherever you guys are, make yourself a homemade signature cocktail.
Another popular breakfast around our house is French toast. And you can make it a lower sugar version by adding vanilla extract
When
to
I
it.
was on vacation 2 years ago, or like a couple of years ago, I was with my mom and my dad before they got divorced. They had French toast. And I would have that every morning. It was so good. I actually had that last year, but we were planning to go this year, but it got canceled due to COVID-19. But right here it said order some takeout. So if you haven't tried a restaurant before, maybe order some takeout. Or have an indoor picnic. Or an outdoor in your backyard. Have a picnic, something that, just a ham sandwich. Me and my grandma do that all the time, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it this summer.
Right, now we're going to move on to lunch. And one of the popular things people are eating for lunch now are quesadillas. And that's a great popular comfort food.
And pickle some veggies. Slice some veggies like cucumbers and onion and throw them in a mason jar filled with vinegar and seasonings. Seal the jar and let it sit for a while until your next barbecue for some pickled toppings. And also get some Christmas shopping done. If you're bored and it's around Christmas time, or you just get a great idea and everything's all safe, go and get your Christmas shopping done, because our family is actually a big fan of Christmas, and I have done Christmas shopping very early before. Now, I'm not going to say like February for like that year. I'm going to say maybe late July, because I have.
Wow. One of the favorite foods that they're bringing back from old times when I was a child was the favorite combination of grilled cheese and tomato soup.
I've never had tomato soup, but I really want to try some. What about you, Grandma?
Oh, I used to eat it a lot when we were children, especially on Fridays.
Write a gratitude list. Remind yourself there is a light at the end of the tunnel by counting your blessings. Use cute stationery or your favorite pen to make it extra special. Or maybe even cook an extravagant meal. Have a date night at home inspired by the likes of Gordon Ramsay and Julia Child. Or maybe not even a date, just with your family, but that's what it says.
Well, here we come with one of our favorites, pizza. To make it more healthy, people are eating spinach, sausage, and pepperoni pizza. You bring some greens into the equation.
Ugh, no. But this one I love. Have ice cream for dinner.
Yes.
Or even take a bubble bath. Even if you don't like baths, they say baths help you with stress, they help you relax, and if you have a hurt back, it's a great way to help your back, or anything that's aching. Take a bubble bath.
Another popular lunch item are wraps. And one way to make it healthy is to make it a vegetable wrap. And to keep the sauces down, you can use balsamic mayo.
And this one says, make a smoothie. Or even read a New York Times bestseller.
Wow, and here's one of my favorite, blackened fish. They're making a blackened fish sandwich and they're adding avocado. If you also like, you can add cabbage or some of your other vegetables, which would be like onions, things like that, pickles, whatever you like. But that's a very popular lunch special now.
Want to keep on talking to them?
Sure. Then we have the Chinese salad. This is becoming very popular for people that like Chinese. They add Chinese food, excuse me. You have Chinese chicken added to your salad, and it just can be only as low as 380 calories, less than you would do for other takeout orders. We also use chicken tacos with roasted peppers. These are items, if you notice, they're putting a lot of vegetables on your sandwiches, wraps, and other lunch specials, just to bring in some healthy items on your menu.
Wow.
Right. Some people like chicken salad sandwiches, and they're adding some little favorites to it. They're adding some raisins in it and some curry powder. It just keeps going and going. One of the ultimate club sandwiches includes spices like mayo, mustard, garlic, oregano. You can add all of these to your favorite club sandwich, which is turkey, ham, bacon, whatever you choose. And then some people use thin slices of bread rather than the thick buns or breads to keep the calories down. And then we go on to the Greek salad. They're very popular. People put feta cheese, chicken, bell peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, and onions just to combine a few delicious, satisfying items to your salad.
Before I go on, we're going to talk about our last video. Something YouTube are actually starting to turn comments off, so sadly we cannot put on our comments, but we did get a DM from one of our subscribers, and they said, thank you guys so much for making podcasts. It makes me not bored. And she asked, what is your guys' favorite animal? I like sloths. What about you, Grandma?
Oh, I think one of my favorite are the penguins. I'm always fascinated with the penguins.
We got 19 views and 1 like, so thank you all for all the views. Before we go on, we're going to talk about our pet of the day. As we remember last time was a dog named, was it Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Was it dog? No, that was Gus.
Oh, Gus, I'm sorry, yeah.
This is a dog named Joe that we found on the internet.
Cute. Oh, look at Joe's teeth.
And she is turning 5 years old on August 13th.
Oh my gosh,
She's
she's
still
a cutie.
young. She's still very young.
Now we're moving on to our famous dinners. One of the popular dinners is spaghetti with spicy tomato sauce and bacon. That's a new item to add.
And here we are going into our TikToker of the day. Her name is Cover. And here is her TikTok. Let me just listen. Yep, here she is. This is the famous Cover. Very pretty and very talented. She has 8.3 million subscribers or followers, and she has 203.7 million likes in total. She is a very pretty young lady, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. She was gorgeous.
She just turned 20, actually, just a
Wow.
couple days ago. So happy birthday,
birthday.
Cover.
Happy birthday. Everybody likes chili, or most everybody, and you can make crock pot chili, both meat in it or meatless vegetarian chili. They've become very popular. They offer protein and fiber. Another popular food for dinner is roast chicken with green beans. That's a very good comfort food.
And right here it says, give yourself a manicure or a pedicure, or try out a new hairstyle, or experiment with your own hair, as long as it's not cutting your hair without permission or lighting your hair on fire.
Also, talking about the slow cooker, another popular item has become shredded pork. You can use that not only to make sandwiches, but you can put it in a bowl and add some veggies, toppings on it. It looks scrumptious.
This one says, try out a new face mask or a beauty product, or doodle, color, or draw someone on a piece of paper, or even paint on a canvas.
What's very interesting, the next item is something I just had this weekend, jambalaya. It has shrimp and chicken. We had andouille sausage, very delicious. It's got your rice, your vegetables, and all your protein and meat and seafood in.
Ick, I don't like that stuff. But right here it says that you can do yoga and check out YouTube for tutorials, or write a poem, or write in a journal like it said earlier, but a poem sounds pretty cool too.
Another item that they have on here that they're bringing out is a tender steak with blue cheese crust. They're putting blue cheese on top and they're baking it, making it crusty.
And this one says, take a nap or even stretch. Stretch out your toes, try to touch your toes, stretch out your legs, do whatever you can to stretch, as long as you are able to do it and you're capable of doing that.
The next item that's becoming very popular is baked pasta. You can have ziti, you can have penne, and they include besides burgers, they include chicken, turkey sausage, anything that's your favorite meal, and you bake it with cheese on top.
And this one says, watch some Netflix. Me and my grandma love watching Netflix, and also look through old photos and videos and get a good laugh or good memories back in your head.
Now we're back using the slow cooker, and they put beef roast in there and beer. The beer is used to tenderize.
And that is all we have today.
This is I'm sorry, this was
podcast
Almost
every day. Bye.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together.